Yep, I see it. Oh, okay. Hi, guys. um, I'm Laura Wernsman, and Tammy put me in charge tonight. So um, I really didn't have to think too hard about what I wanted to talk about tonight because I don't know about you guys, but I had a kind of a crazy week. My son had a really bad motorcycle accident last Saturday. And when I say bad, it could have been a lot worse. He had his spleen taken out, so he had some internal injuries, but he wore his helmet. Thank goodness, or else, um, we'd be talking about something else right now because his helmet was totally cracked and broken. So anyway, so it just made me think about how fortunate I am that my job allows me to work from anywhere. So while I'm in the hospital, for the 4 days he was there, I was able to still work. I was still able to reach out, follow up. Um, was I sitting in front of my computer? No, so I couldn't access some stuff, but I was still able to do a lot of things. And I, another thing that I realized is it makes a huge difference. I'm saying this, I mean, this comes straight from my heart. It makes a huge difference when I posted something, an update about Sam, my son, people would take the time to comment. People said, they were sending their hugs and their prayers. They were thinking of me. They sent me personal messages saying, what's going on? How can I help you? I mean, these are people that don't even live by me and they were asking. So it just made me realize how important it is for us to spend 10 seconds to type that little comment. So that was a good reminder for me, instead of just hitting that love or that care button, to actually make a comment. Because I cannot tell you what a big difference it made for me. I was by myself. My husband couldn't even come. So, you know how hospital stuff is now. So I felt lonely just dealing with this by myself. Physically, I was alone. Obviously, I was being checked up on. But so that was a good reminder for me to make that comment, let that person know that I'm thinking of them. If I need to send a personal message, I can do that. I should do that too. And another thing it made me realize is I have a huge group of people that I can follow up with now. I had hundreds and hundreds of comments of people who said that they were thinking of me, praying for me. Guess what? I'm following up with them. I am reaching back out to them in personal messaging and telling them, thank you so much for thinking of me, for praying for me. Your prayers worked. My son is home. He's recuperating. Just give them a little update. If they took the time to let me know that they cared about me, I'm going to reach back out to them and let them know that I appreciated that. So that I've been busy with that. The past couple of days, I'm not even through half of them by any means, but it's a good way to follow up and, I don't know, just make that connection with people. And some of these people I don't know. These are just friends that I've made through friends of friends of friends. You know how that goes. And so I'm able to make some more connections that way. And I'm looking through their page and I'm trying to be, make comments and, on their page, things of their kids and grandkids and dogs and farm animals. So it's been fun. It's changed about, how I've followed up and reached out to people in the past couple of days. And it's going to stay that way too, because it's been a real eye opener. Thank you, Natasha. But anyway, he's recuperating. He's going to be immunocompromised for the rest of his life. So, that's not really a good thing right now in COVID, but he knows that. So, and he's 23, so he's an adult. I can't tell him what to do. He already said he's going to get another motorcycle. So like, whatever. Um, I don't know. I wish he were like 17 and I could tell him no, but he's not. So I know, for the love, I know. But anyway, it's going to be a while. He has insurance stuff to deal with. It was the other lady's fault. So we got a long road ahead of us. But anyway, so, I mean, I just wanted to give those little eye-opening realizations that I made this past week. Just, I don't know, it's just really opened up my eyes to how we can make those personal connections on Facebook. So I see Susan on here. She's making me nervous because I'm because I learned this from Susan. So, and I'm actually going to talk about it because it's a good way for me to do my reach outs, the happy birthday notes, the messages. And I do these I usually do them in the morning when I wake up, and I always do them the day after. So it's always a happy belated birthday. And I think I stole some of this verbiage from Susan. I've tweaked it a little bit along the way, but I Googled when birthdays are, when the most birthdays are in the year, and it's September and October. So guess what? I wondered about that because I have had like 10 to 15 birthdays every single day. So then before I got on here, I thought I'm going to look and see if there's some kind of, facts behind this. And it's true. It's September and October. So we have the rest of September and we have all of October to really take advantage of what I'm going to talk about. So I know I honestly, I have a love-hate relationship with sample packs. Um, but with happy birthdays, I always offer them, I should say always, it depends. I have some criteria. So that's right, Sandra. And it even talked about that in the Google search because it's like, oh, it's right around Christmas time. So, when all these babies were conceived. But so what I do is I always I put on their page, happy birthday, like, see, I even put it, like, do you want me to drop this in the chat? And that way you guys can copy and paste and then you can tweak it the way that you want to. And I got, oh gosh, hold on. So, and Susan's probably going to recognize this. So, but hey, great minds, right? Let's see what I need to do here. Okay. So I say happy belated birthday, whatever. One of my favorite things to do is to send out free Thrive sample packs to my Facebook birthday friends. That's right. We learn from the best. Thrive is a simple nutritional system that gives you all day natural energy, mental clarity, better sleep, fewer aches and discomforts, and weight management. I can pop it in the mail today for you. Would you like one? But well, before that, let me back up a little bit. First, I wish them a happy birthday on their page. And I say, happy belated birthday. What did you do to celebrate your special day? Now, most people, I'm going to say over half, usually either just like or love it and they move on. But you have people who actually will respond back to you on their Facebook page. They'll say, oh my gosh, I had a wonderful day with my family. We went out to eat, or, we went to the lake, whatever. I mean, like, those are chatty people that, they actually want to talk about something about themselves. So those are the people that I will click on their page and I'll scroll down and I'm like, is this somebody that I want to offer a sample pack to? And I mean, if they work for another health and wellness company, obviously I'm not going to do that. But if it's somebody that I want to offer a sample pack to, I'm going to go in and that's when I'm going to drop this message to them, the happy belated birthday in their personal messaging. And usually they'll say, yeah. I mean, I always usually get a response back from that one. It's the next one that where you kind of have, people just like, oh, I don't know. So then when they say, yeah, sure. And a lot of times they'll just automatically send you their mailing address. Like, just send it to me. And so no matter what they say to me, this is the next message I send. I say, you're going to love it. Shoot me your mailing, or if they send me their mailing address, I'm going to take that part out. But I say, shoot me your mailing address as well as your email so you know what's coming in your packet. I'm sending you a short video. So usually they'll send me their email address and their mailing address. And then, so, I've got new customers. Now, most of these people are probably not going to order, but guess what? They're in my database now. So I set up their customer account. Sorry, my mouse went crazy. So I set up their account and then I send them this. It should say, okay, so sorry about that. Like I said, my mouse went crazy. So you should have just received an email from Lavelle. I want you to open that, click on your personal referral link and watch that video. That will tell you so much about what is coming in your packet. After watching the short video, what would you say is your main health goal? This is where I get crickets. Because people kind of like, oh, I don't know. I want to tell her that I want to lose weight or that I'm, lazy, tired, napping all the time. So, that's kind of where I get the stall. But some people really, they do tell me. Now, you're weeding people out as you go along. So if they respond to that, then I send this message. So I say, and you're going to tweak this to whatever they say. I said, okay, driver sure help with that. I'm sending you a taste sample of our 3 steps, but when you decide to order, I'll customize a pack just for you to help you meet your goal that won't break the bank. I'll get your sample sent out today. Let me know when you receive it, and I'll give you instructions and tips. Of course, I am tracking the shipment. I know when they're going to get it. I mean, obviously USPS has got a little crazy right now. But I'm watching the tracking. I'm checking it every day. So I know when they get it. If I know that they've received it and they haven't let me know that night, I'm saying, hey, I saw that you received your package today, so I'm following up with them on my own before they let me know. Because sometimes, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but people like to start their Thrive without telling you. And it's kind of frustrating because I always start everyone with half. But some people just, they just want to get it and take everything the first day, which sometimes that's okay, sometimes that's not. But I like to be a part of their, the first few days for sure. Then I say, when you have time, check out some stories on our fan page to see how Thrive can help all kinds of people. And I drop the fan page link. So this is, if they're ready for me to send their trial pack, I'm going to go in. And of course, I have my trial packs already purchased in my cloud. That's how I send them, because it's way easier to do it that way. So that's why you have to be, I'm real picky about who I send these to, because they're $12. It's not like they're free. Unless you get them with a 400 pack, some of our new people. So, I mean, that's a little different story. But that's what I do. So I send them their pack and then I wait. Now, let me see. Oh yeah. So the next one. So then that's when I get them in a message, chat message with Tammy. And that's when I say, hey, well, here, I'll drop that one here. Okay, hold on. I think this is going to be. Oh, wait. Wait, not yet. I'm going to delete that one first. So I put Tammy in a chat group, and then Tammy did a great video that talks about the 3 steps, and I put that video in there. It's on YouTube. So I don't have that YouTube right now. It's kind of a dream team thing. So I don't know. You guys on your own teams might have something on your own that your leader may have made. But it basically talks, what Thrive is, how to do the 3 steps, how, what you will notice, what you won't notice doing a trial pack. So I send that, and then I ask them to watch it. What did you think about it? So, then I have them do, of course, I'm following up with them. They got the trial pack. I send them their instructions. Of course, I always have them do half. So it's a 3-day trial pack that we send, but I make it last 5 days. So, they're going to do half on the first 2 days. And then, depending on how they feel, then I'm going to have them do the full thing the next 3 days, 3 days. So, oh, thanks, Tammy. So, I'm following up with them every night, asking how they're doing. And, most of the times I tell them they're not going to notice anything. I just want them to know how simple it is to take. So after they're done, then I send this message. So I say, all right, oh, sorry, I missed the I. I'm excited for you to experience more than just 3 days. It should be 5 days, but that would change that. It took me 2 weeks to notice anything, but I had nothing to lose because I just wanted to feel better. And 5 years later, I can't imagine a day without it. What are you willing to spend without busting your budget? I'll work on some custom packs to help you meet your goal, your health goal. I already know what our health goal is, because I've already got that from the very beginning. So, because I don't want to send out any trial packs until I have all their information. I want to know, who they are, what their address is, email, obviously. And I want to know what their health goals are. So, at this point, they may have told me also that, they have some medical concerns. Well, that's when I have to have the conversation with them, that, we can't make any medical claims, this heals your gut from the inside out. We kind of have that conversation. So, it's nutrition. So it's vitamins and minerals and pre and probiotics, people. So, anyway, so I send that, and then they're going to usually tell me, sometimes they'll tell you way more than what you would expect. So sometimes they'll say $100. Well, we can work with $100. I mean, that's why are you laughing, Tammy? So so, I mean, I could get them the 150 pack with some credits because I mean, we all probably have some credits, especially to get a new customer started. And especially someone who's excited to start, they've already just, done a trial pack. So, um, so then they tell me that, and that's when I go to the chat group with Tammy and I make the introductions and everything. And I say, hi, let's say her name is Brooke. I put us in a group chat with my friend Tammy, who introduced Thrive to me 5 years ago. She can help me answer your questions. Brooke, that's funny. Tammy, Brooke did a 3-day trial and loved how easy it was. She's wanting to lose weight and have more energy. She doesn't want to spend a whole lot. So you're going to tweak that to whatever. So that's when Tammy gets in and, does her great little spiel, about whatever. I mean, she's great at it. So, and that's, when, then she's going to say, and then, I'm going to go in and I'm going to say, oh my gosh, I have a deal right now where I can get you the capsules, 2 boxes of shakes and the DFT. And it's normally like, what, $248 or whatever. And I can get you the package where you get the free shakes. And I have some credits that I can give you to help pay for the patches. And, when do you want to order? Whatever. I'm like, I don't know that I'm quite that straightforward, but I mean, that's it. And so it's easy to, when you have someone on a trial pack and you work it this way, it's easy to get a customer that way. And Tammy's super smart. I know she is. So, I mean, let me see, that was it. So, and of course, then you have the customer, so you're going to follow up that way. But, does anyone have any questions? God, I've been talking a long time. So 17 minutes. Does anyone have questions? Raise your hand and maybe, or just unmute yourself.
Oh, okay. So I have one question really quick because I had tweaked this, but I like that you tell in there what Thrive is.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people, as soon as you tell them what it is, they're like, oh, but if they're like that, then I don't want to send them a sample pack anyway. That's how I got burned. And so, so let's say on an average, I mean, like, well, right now we've all got 9, 10, 11 people having birthdays, but let's say on the average, you've got 5 birthday samples you're sending out in 1 week. What's your average, and I'm trying to think of the word that actually, I'll just use this, that actually come to fruition? What would be from the verbiage that you use? I mean, you may not have.
I mean, honestly, I feel like for me, it's more about the consistency of doing it and staying in people's, box, private message box. Because what happens is, say they decide not to order. Well, on my, let me go back to on my friends list, and you can only access it through your computer.
Right.
But on my friends list, I add those people. Let me get to it here. Yeah. On my friends list, I have a list that's for trial packs. So those are the people who have had a trial pack but never ordered. So I can click on them and, make comments on their page, on their post. And then I also have a birthday or a friends list that's for birthday people. Those are the people that I've wished a happy birthday, that have actually made a comment back when I asked them how they celebrate, but never responded back to my message. So nothing ever came of the private message that I sent to them. So I keep them in a separate group. So no, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of detailed when it comes to stuff like that. I don't know that has to be that spread out. Oh yeah, good idea, Tammy. Add them to the customer group. And I have verbiage for that. So it's so I don't have to think about it each time, what to say when I invite them. I also have a friends list that's called Watch My Stories. So the people that watch my stories, I put them in this group too, and in this separate group. And I click on that and, I make comments. I may not, those people, I try to watch their stories, but sometimes those people don't make stories. They like to look at stories, but they don't create stories, but they do post. So I go on there and I try to, make comments and, interact with them that way. And then I also have one, I don't know that I've added anyone to this, like my post, people who like my post. Um, I really don't have a lot of people that like my post that aren't thrivers. Does that make sense? So, because a lot of people, I know people are watching me, but that doesn't mean that they're going to click the like or love button, if it's a thrive thing. So, but, this thing happened with Sam last Saturday. Um, I don't know that I'm going to add them to anything, but I mean, I might, and once I sit down and start actually working all the way through it. But, right now I just can click on my post and just start clicking on the people's names that have made comments. Um, but
Oh, I know. Okay, I had one
yeah,
more
go ahead.
question.
Yeah,
Okay, so like people that are local, obviously you're just going to make a sample pack and take it to their doorstep and so forth. But the
yeah.
majority of everybody else, you're sending the ones from the company. Is that
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
I've sent one, which y'all don't judge. I just recently bought them, but I got boom, customer order, and I think it's from the professional look of that pack. That's
Mhm.
not it, but I just wondered if you sent the majority of yours with that professional thing from Lovell.
It vary. I mean, like if anyone's local, I do just drop it off to them. If it's within a 20 or 30-minute drive, I don't mind driving. So, and I have time. So, um, but yeah,
When you guys send them through Lavelle, they start getting those emails from Lavelle too, like, hey, your order's coming. Hey, it's, it should be here. Hey, it's time to, like, so that's an added bonus too, because even if you are forgetting to follow up, Lavelle's automated messages are happening and you guys get copies of those emails on your end. So when your customer or, potential thriver has those emails.
that's a great point, Tammy. Well, I was going to send you, oh, here it goes. The copy and paste that I send when I ask people to, or I invite people to ignore the customer group part. That's just how I have it titled in my notes. But that's what I send, copy and paste. So, but thanks for reminding me about the trial packers, because and most people say yes. I mean, it doesn't sound very like there's a lot of pressure, to be a part of a health and fitness group. So, especially when it's like meal ideas and recipes and stuff. So, I mean, almost everyone that I've asked has agreed to it. And then I've sent it to them, sent the invite. And when I look a little bit later, they're in the group. So, they've accepted. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, what else, Tammy? I mean, I'm talked out.
Maybe do a little rate of run for the night before we.
Oh, yeah, let's do that. Rate of run. Okay. So go to your cloud. Let's see. Oh, here it is. And you're going to go to your business, go to your home page, go to oh, I got to log in. Hold on a sec. I'm upstairs and my Wi-Fi is not as good up here. All right. Go to your business snapshot, and then under current QV, you're going to see an amount. So that's what you've done so far as of September 20th. And then the day's not over. So, you might have some more. So take that, and we have 30 days in September. So take that amount and divide it by 30. Since there's 30 days, then multiply it by 20.
That's backwards.
Oh, sorry. Yes, you're right. Okay, so take it.
That's why we're together.
I'm actually good at math. So take your thing, your QV, and divide it by 30.
No.
Multiply it. Huh?
We're going to divide it by 20.
Oh, yeah.
20th.
Oh, I'm all flustered.
It's okay. You're going to divide it by 20 because today's the 20th. And that's
yes, times 30.
Average.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Then that number you're going to multiply by 30 because we have 30 days in the month.
Yeah. All right. So that's what you're on track to do for the month of September. Now, are you like, woo, yeehaw? Or you're like, oh, that's not really where I wanted to be. I was wanting to be 20,000 above that. So that's, I mean, we got 10 days. We've got 10 whole days to start working this. So, I mean, I mean, this job is easy, but it's also easy not to do because it is easy. So it's easy to, you're thinking, why, I just need to send out 30, 35 messages. And then you sit, but you know what? You can find so many things to do that keep you from doing that because it is so easy. I'm going to get to it. I'll get to it. Oh, I'll get to it after lunch. Oh gosh, I've been out in the yard working. I'm going to, I'll do it after supper. Well, for me, I just need to do it first thing in the morning and I feel better about everything. And then everything I do after that is gravy. I mean, it's follow-ups. It's, even more reach outs. It's people who have maybe followed up from a message that I sent, yesterday, the day before, or whatever. So I think it's just easier to get it done first thing, even if you have to wake up 20 minutes earlier and just get it done. You feel better about yourself, about your day, actually, I don't know about yourself. And then, I don't know, it's easier to do that way. And like I said, when you have friends list, like what I have, you never really run out of people to follow up with and to reach back out to. When I have my trial pack group, my birthday people who watch my stories, people who've liked my posts. I mean, I just click on those and like a whole new group of people show up on my feed. Those people do not show up when I just go to Facebook. So it changes everything as far as, who you see. And then the more you comment, the more they're going to show up and the more you're going to show up in their Facebook feed. So, make contact with all your 25th auto shippers. When is the 25th? What day? Let me look here. Oh, did anyone else upgrade their iPhone to the new thing? And now everything's I changed it.
25th is Friday, but also don't forget the launch is the 24th for cheat meal treatment.
Yes. So have you guys been putting that in your story? Get on my VIP list for the cheat meal thing. Is that what it is? Or is it treat meal, cheat meal? Treat, then cheat? Which one? I can't remember if it's cheat meal, treat meal? Treat meal, cheat meal. I don't know. Treat meal, cheat meal. Oh, there's no cheat in there? Just treat meal. Okay. Maybe other people are just putting cheat meal because you can eat a cheat, then yeah. So, so get a VIP list going, Sandra. I put it in my stories. I put it in my, on my post. I have not had anyone reach out to me yet, Natasha. So, I'm going to put it on my story tonight and do a poll and see if I get any things. And I usually get I get strangers who comment on those or, hit the poll. So I always reach out to them. That's always, a lot of times I'll reach out to them, but they don't respond back to me. But you know what? They're going in one of my friends list. So I'm going to follow back up with them because they've watched my stories and they're actually commenting on my stories. So, so I don't know. I mean, we can get that on we won't be able to use credits though, because it's a new product. So just know that if you have one of your auto ship customers, add that to their auto ship for the 25th. It's not going to take credits. So just make sure they're aware of that. So let's see. What else, Tammy?
Something that you said a minute ago about like your friends list, how it's when you're purposely going in there, you're seeing a whole new group of people than what you see on your normal Facebook. I know that it's really hard for a lot of us to do the unfollow button. If you're following a bunch of Thrivers, it's time to unfollow a bunch of Thrivers. Yep. Because the whole computer algorithm thing, it knows you talk about Thrive. It knows your friends talk about Thrive. It knows that you like their posts. So Facebook just assumes that's who you want to see. There are so many people on your Facebook list that you are not seeing because you are following Thrivers. So you can still be friends with them. Just unfollow them. You can always go back and, if you're like, hey, I wonder what Sandra's been up to, you can type in her name and go see what she's up to. But You don't need to see everybody else's Facebook post talking about Thrive because you already know how great it is.
Right.
So,
And I actually have a friends list that I have called Thrivers.
oh,
So yeah, so anyone who is a Thriver gets put in that friends list. You know, if I'm that curious about what's going on, I can click on them and see all the Thrivers.
mhm.
So I mean, I have lots of friends, a lot of friends lists. It just helps me keep my, I just feel like it's a different Facebook
Yeah.
feed. It is a different Facebook feed when I click on my friends list, and it helps me, you know, helps me figure out. And I know Tammy likes to open up the 35 window chat things, you know, to do her comments. For me, it's easier to do the friends list
Mhm.
because it just opens up people who have already expressed an interest somehow, some way. Of course, there's, you know, going to be people that fall through the cracks, but I'm going to catch them on the happy birthday message, you know, at some point throughout the year. So, you know, that's kind of when I decide, you know, is this someone that I still want to be friends with? You know, maybe all they share is just a bunch of stuff that I realize, you know, I friended them through a friend of a friend of a friend, and like, we don't have anything in common. This person, you know, I mean, it's, you know what I'm talking about. And so I'll unfriend them at that point on their birthday. They don't know, but,
They don't
but,
know.
yeah, so that it, you know, it kind of helps weed out, but then it also, I mean, another thing you guys need to be doing is adding friends, new friends each day. And I try to do that every single day. I try to add 10 people every day, either through my suggestions, or if I have a new friend that I just made that just accepted me, I'll look at her friends list. Now, some people are a little more private about that, but I'll look on her friends list and look at the suggestions. And I was like, oh, look, this, you know, I'm going to, you know, she's a young mom, or, you know, whatever, you know, it's like, you know, we can make a connection somehow. Now I'm not going to cold message her by any means, but now she's in my friends list and her birthday's going to come up at some point. So I'm going to be able to wish her happy birthday. So, I don't, you know, I think it's important to, you know, keep adding to your list and subtracting, you know, when it doesn't make sense for you to keep, you know, to keep a friend. So, but yeah, we have 5 minutes left. Anyone have any questions? Want to talk?
Nope. So thank you, Miss Laura. Next week, Sandra Dilbeck is going to be leading. So we're hopefully learning a little bit more from all the people besides just me doing all the talking. Thank you for the scripts. I think people like those. Please do remember what Laura said, though. Don't just copy and paste them. Like, make sure you're making it, follow the thought process, but make it more personal for your customer or the situation. But definitely use it as a jumping off point. And back to my statement about the Vibing and Thriving group, you guys, if I wasn't a Thriver, you all would totally make me want to be a Thriver. I have never been a part of a Facebook group that is that like fun, and you can tell it's a bunch of Thrivers because everybody's happy, everybody's excited, everybody's encouraging. So keep up the good work on the customer page, but make sure you're utilizing that, because there are so many, there are people converting customers that were just lookers in the beginning. So they don't have to be a purchasing customer to be in Vibing and Thriving. They just have to be interested, or you've told them they're interested and you've added them to the group. So make sure you guys are using that. But with that, yeah, I'll go ahead and stop the recording. I'll post this on the YouTube. You guys can share it with everybody. And thank you, Miss Laura.
You're welcome.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you.